I wanted to talk to you quickly while I'm driving home. I've got both hands on the wheel here, as you can see. But I wanted to talk to you quickly about something that's very interesting. I was teaching a Bible study recently on Genesis, and we were talking about Genesis chapter 3 and 4. And, if you know, sorry, it's raining a little bit, anything about the Bible, you'll know that in Genesis chapter 3 and 4 is where the first sin occurs. And what I was mentioning to the people who I was teaching in Bible study is that the actual first sin that we would think of as a sin occurred before the eating of the fruit. And what I mean by that is in the Ten Commandments that are given to us in Exodus, it says that we are not to bear false witness. And God designates being a false witness with being a liar, because in Proverbs he says a false witness will utter lies. False witness means that you are lying even if you are not saying anything. You can lie as being a false witness, and you will according to the Bible, but being a false witness is basically letting people think a certain way, or leading people to believe a certain thing, or not speaking up when something is a lie. Those are all being a false witness, and in that is lying. You're not supposed to lie. So the actual very first sin, if we're going to talk about sins, was the lie that Eve told to the devil. The devil came to her in the Garden of Eden in the form of a serpent, and he said, "Did God indeed say that you shall not eat of every tree of the Garden of Eden?" And he said that we can eat of every tree except the one that's in the middle of the garden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We cannot eat of it, neither can we touch it. And that right there was a lie. God didn't say that Adam or Eve or nobody could touch the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He said they couldn't eat of its fruit. And so she lied. So why didn't the curse come on when she lied? Why did it come on when they ate the fruit? Well, the reason for that is because for something to be a sin, it has to be told to the person that it is a sin. In other words, you can't break the law if there's no law. In other words, if like some places have speed limits and some places don't. If you are in a place that has a speed limit, say of 45, and you go 50, you're breaking the law. If you are in a place that doesn't have a speed limit and you go 100, you're not breaking the law because there's no speed limit. There's no law set. And even though we know that lying is a sin, God did not bring any consequences. There were no consequences for Eve's lie in terms of God and him saying, now this is going to be. There was no law given. So why am I saying this, and how is this useful for your daily life? It's cool. It's a good to know, as my husband would say, it's a good to know, not a need to know. The reason I'm saying it for your life is because Jesus Christ paid the price for all of our sin. And as Paul said in the New Testament, he has said that all things are lawful, but not all things are helpful, meaning that God is not going to condemn you to hell once you are saved for sinning, for breaking his law, because Jesus took all that condemnation on himself and you don't have to take it. So the same way that no curse could be brought on Eve when she lied, because there was no law against lying, is the same way that no curse can be brought on you when you break the law of God. No curse can be brought on you by the devil, because Jesus Christ has redeemed you from the curse of the law. He has taken all the curses on himself, and now if you break the law of God, if you sin, you don't have to put up with a curse from the devil. Everything is lawful, but not everything is helpful. Anyway, remember that I love you and that Jesus loves you.